So today we will be working on connecting Cloud Code to Salesforce through MCP. So basically the funda is that instead of making something in the Salesforce itself, let's use the Cloud Code in the Visual Studio and then create fields, objects, whatever we want to execute. So here what we'll do, prerequisite is to install the Node.js and then having the Visual Studio Code, and then there is an extension called Claude Code. So we need to install this. You see, this is we need to install, and then we have Salesforce CLI that we need to have. So this is something which we need to install, and we should have a developer edition with which we have to connect. After that, you see, I have created a project called Salesforce MCP demo. So all you have to do is file and do like open folder, like firstly create a folder, empty folder in your locale, and then just open that folder here, so your folder will be created. And then if you see, right, there is something called new file. So once you click here, right, then you will be creating a file. And now this is very important. So that particular file will be called .mcp.json. This is where the magic lies. So .mcp.json, what it does is basically it is like, okay, you can connect to the MCP. This is what it is telling us. So I will just put it and put save. Now I have this file ready with me. After that, see, if I have my terminal is open, but if I have to go to terminal and it's not open, I will say terminal, new terminal. Now I'm already inside this folder, right? Now inside this folder, um, what I need to type to verify that CLI is installed, SF, and we'll putting version. So I can see that yes, version is being installed. So I think I missed that, but in which way it showed that yes, version is being installed. Now, uh, if that is being done, so now you have to also check that npm is being installed. If not, then you have to install that. Now, once that is done, you need to authorize your. So I will quickly show you. See, Salesforce org login alias my DevOps at default. So once you put in that, right, so what will happen? It will connect you to your browser. So see this. It will ask me the login details, and it will open the browser. I will be able to log in. So here I'm able to log in this. I will allow and authenticate Salesforce, and it will verify in the terminal. Once it does that, so I can have like SFR list, all details. So that is like pretty similar to what we used to do. So that's why we will come to the main part, like configuring MCP server. So in the MCP server, we said, right, create MCP JSON file. So we have created a MCP JSON file with this command. So we will do that. And this is how it looks, which I just showed you. Now, once that is done, let's try the first demo. Okay, so we have connected the OR. So let me see. This is the Claude code, and here I will type. So I say, okay, show me list of custom objects. Okay. So once I put this command in my Salesforce org, so ideally it should show me list of custom objects. So let me do it. It might take some time based on the number of custom objects it has. Did you want to proceed? I will say yes. Do you want to proceed with run a SQL query? Okay, yes, allow. See, it is running the query. You want to proceed with it, and let's finish. So it has found 62 custom objects. this. It has got all the list of custom objects which are there in Salesforce. Pretty insane, right? Okay. Now, then I also tried creating a custom field. So I will just show you how I did that. So let me just add in the command here. So I've already utilized this. Add a new custom field on the account object. Let me name it customer score because I've already created customer health score. And let's see, of type number and description and all the details I have said. And I have said it that update in this file of the XML. Let's do it. Okay. So now you will see that it will be able to create the custom field for you with all the conditions you have set. So you have said it's okay, it should be number field, the length has to be 3, decimal has to be 0, description has to be this, and it should be in the location where the field has to be there. So it doesn't do it automatically. It says, okay, allow me if I can do it. So I will say yes, yes, you can go ahead. See, now it has created it. It is asking me, want me to deploy. So till I don't say it, yes, it will not deploy. Okay. So for now, if I go to the Force app, I will go to the objects and in account. If I see that particular field, see customer force, the customer score field, but it has not created in the developer. But once I say deploy, then only it will do. So let me type yes. So I can deploy from here also by going to the deploy the source to R, but let's see if it is like is able to do it from here. So you want me to proceed with execute your Salesforce next deployment data. So I'm saying do it for this project. Let's do it. You think then it will not ask every time. To see, it is saying deployed successfully with 0 errors. So now let's check our org and see if it has created. So let me go to my org. I'm here and this was the earlier field. Let me go back. See, customer score. And you will be able to see that it is being created and see. It is insane, right? So that's what it is. So what I'm trying to convey here is that you have not even gone to UI and you are able to filter out as much like whatever information you want to pull out, you can do. You can create objects, delete, update, understand relationships, whatever you want to. So that's pretty good feature which you can try, and that is your Claude code connection to Salesforce through MCP.